Hello, hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Worthiness Codes podcast. I'm your host, Jaclyn Francis, and as always, it is so beautiful to be in this space with you today. I have recorded a wonderful, beautiful, powerful meditation for you, and I always record these starting from the beginning and moving through the end. Today, I don't know why this energy came through this way. I recorded the father wound first, and then right after moved into the mother wound. The father wound meditation, if you haven't listened to it, it is beautiful. And it came through halfway through with the knowing that it was meant to be more of a guided journaling meditation, which I've never done before, but that's how it wanted to be shared. And it's amazing. So go check that out. The interesting thing, and I'm just laughing as I'm speaking because I was like, okay, so that's how the father wound came through. So I'm sure the mother wound is going to come through the same way. So recorded the intro to let you all know that it's going to be a journaling meditation. Was moving through the mother wound, and it was very different than the father wound. This is more of a normal meditation, lying down, receiving. That doesn't mean that you can't use it to journal. It just came through a little bit differently. So for this one, I would suggest receiving it first as a meditation and then journaling after, and maybe using it the second time to guide you through the journaling. So it's up to you. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's funny how these things come through the way that they want. And I don't try to control it because I don't want to change the frequency of the transmission. I don't want to change the energy that is meant to be received and how it's meant to be received. Also, this episode of the mother wound, the meditation, is very different from the episode on the mother wound that I shared. This is definitely meant to be received by the feminine. And even if you don't relate to the mother wound in the way that I shared it through the episode, know that you can definitely benefit from doing this meditation because we all have a mother wound within us. It just depends where you're at in your journey. It just depends if you are aware of it, if it's come to surface, if it wants to come to surface, use your discernment, but go ahead and get yourself situated. And I am going to stop speaking and let you get right into the meditation. So I hope you enjoy. So begin with your breath. Inhaling through the nose. Letting it go out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Letting it go. Exhale. Begin to send your breath through the heart space. So inhaling deeply through the heart. Audibly exhaling back through the heart space, sending the breath outward through the heart. And I mentioned in the episode about the mother wound that the way that I've experienced this wounding typically is more prevalent within men when it's tied to avoidancy, but the mother wound is very deeply present within the feminine. Again, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. We all have fractal pieces of wounding that every single person within the collective has. We are all from the same source. We are all unique in our own way, but are all fractal pieces of source energy. So we all have bits and pieces of the wounding that we see on a collective scale. So you have a mother wound, you have a father wound, just depending on your own experiences, depending on the lessons that your soul came here to learn, depending on your ancestral lineage, how prevalent that wound is, depends on you. So as you continue to breathe through your heart, I want you to really become connected to this space. Become connected to the space of your heart, this beautiful feminine space. And if you feel more called to dive into the space of your womb, you can do that as well. Focusing on the sacral chakra. And just feeling into these energy centers, both or one or the other, wherever your intuition guides you towards, allow yourself to go there. And I want you to just feel into these spaces. What emotions are coming up for you? When you think of your mother, your relationship towards her, with her, what comes up? What does it look like? Allow these energy centers to bring forth certain emotions. Certain memories. Allow whatever comes to surface to come up and pass by. Any thoughts, any feelings. They could be difficult emotions or memories, and they can be beautiful emotions or memories. They could be memories that have nothing to do with you, but to do with your lineage, to do with your father, siblings. Whatever comes up, allow it to come up. And just spending time within the space. And allowing yourself to go deeper. To not force, to not try to remember something or to feel something, but instead to deeply surrender. To just be in the space of love. To be in the space of flow. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to become aware. And if you are journaling, allow yourself to move these feelings, these memories, these thoughts, these emotions onto the paper. Spend time here. You can pause to dive in deeper. And as you move through these spaces, we go deeper into these spaces. I want you to look at your lineage. Look on the paternal side of your lineage. What's your father's relationship like to his mother? Your grandfather's relationship like to his mom? And look on the maternal line. What does that look like? What's your own relationship like to your mom? Think of any memories, any experiences, and for spending time within these spaces, really looking at the mother wound, I want you to focus on your relationship with your mom. What does that look like? What does that feel like? If there is no relationship, allow yourself to dive into that and really allow those difficult emotions to come to surface. Maybe you and your mom are very much alike. Maybe you and your mom are incredibly different. Maybe you don't know your mom. Whatever the case may be, allow yourself to go there, to feel there, to receive what wants to come through. And in the space of the mother wound, the way that this wants to be moved through, which is different than the episode that was shared a few weeks ago, this is very much focused on you and the feminine, your feminine energy, where you can soften what wants to be healed, how you can show up more within the archetype of the mother. It's very interesting. This is how this wants to come through. Allow yourself to be here. Where are you hard currently in your life, in yourself, in the way that you are towards the masculine, the way that you are within relationships, the way you are towards other women? How are you hard within yourself, within your life? Are you hard on yourself? Do you lack compassion? Do you force things through control? Do you fear not having control? Are you judgmental? What can you soften through the heart? What wants to be birthed through the womb? Allow yourself to feel through the heart the things that want to be softened. And as you feel those things, as you write those things down, allow the new aspects that can replace, that can be transmuted from those harder aspects to be birthed into these new aspects, whether that is trust or a deeper sense of intuition or more compassion or more love, universal love, unconditional love, connectedness, allowing, receiving. Feel what's hard to then see what wants to be received. Where do you need to let go? Where do you need to soften so you can receive? And this is coming through as your direct relationship with your mother and how that impacts you from childhood, from adolescence, through adulthood, for right now. How is her relationship with her mother? Move through the lineage. Look at your relationship with, if you have sisters, or female bosses, or your friends, female to female. And then put the mirror back on yourself. Right? Move through all of the layers and then always bring it back to yourself. What is the patterning? What are the triggers? that are showing up. The mother archetype. And usually you are not initiated into the mother archetype until you are pregnant with a child of your own. That is not always the case. Some of us are not meant to be actual mothers of children within this lifetime, and that's okay. You can be a mother of a project. You can be a mother to your friends or to your siblings. But to really be initiated into the mother is this deep softening. It's this feeling of unconditional love, this sense of nurturing and caring and being able to be a guardian, not necessarily a protector. Mothers want to protect their children, and that's an innate state of being, and yes, that is true. But when we typically look at the word protector, there's a sense of control that comes with it, is how I see it. It's mothers will do anything to protect their children, and yes, but think of when that child grows up. When a mother wants to protect them, what often happens is through that need and that desire for protection, there is an element and a layer of control. So I invite you to look at the aspect of the mother as being a guardian. It's being able to lead and to guide and to protect through a lens of unconditional love, through detachment. Letting go of attachment, letting go of control, letting go of expectation, and detaching. Being a guardian. Guarding your child, your baby, guarding them as they grow and as they move into a greater sense of self. It's letting them be. Guiding them along the way, protecting them from a distance through your love, through your compassion, through your guidance. And that's a softening that takes place. So think of that archetype, think of the mother archetype within yourself. Bring that mirror of that archetype to you, holding it up to you. Where and how can you lean into those aspects of the mother more? Where within the wounding are these aspects blocked? Maybe you didn't receive compassion or unconditional love growing up. Maybe you didn't have a mother growing up, so you had to take on more of a role of being in control and more masculine role. Maybe you hold resentment against these aspects. This is your journey. Dive into it. Maybe there's a deep-seated need to control. Allow yourself to see and feel and write, draw. And it's within the space of the heart and the space of the womb where the energies can work together to come back into wholeness. So you can show up as the divine feminine being that you are meant to be. So you can receive, so you can give through love. Unconditional love is the most powerful frequency within my experience, within my understanding. It is an energy that is boundless. It It is an energy that is so incredibly beautiful, that holds the layers of compassion and kindness and joy and peace. Allow yourself to look at this energy and see what layers are wounded, what layers want to be healed. Look at yourself within relationships. How are you showing up? Where can you soften? Sit with that. Sit with that question. Sit with those feelings. Knowing that you hold the power to change, to heal, to receive. And allow yourself to just be here. I love you, I love you, I love you. Until next time.